here I'm going to show you the next garnish, right? This is a garnish just using a carrot, right? This is a piece I sliced off earlier, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to make a little cut. I'll turn around that way so you can see it better, right? Make a little cut, okay? And then what we'll do is we'll trim the thinner ends off. We'll trim it around, right? We want to make it a rectangle, right? Okay, and then what we're going to do is, let's see it, do it again. So, oops. So we want to get it maybe about 1.5 inches in width, maybe an inch, right? So what we do is we're going to do one line going this way, and then we turn it around that way, and we do the same line that way. So watch this, right? So we want to roughly judge the thickness of it, right? So we do this, right? So we cut it that way, see it that way, turn it around that way, we do the same type of cut. See, we're not going right to the end, right? See it, there, pull back, and then watch what we can do here, right? We see that there? So what we do is we fold that like that, and there you go. A nice, beautiful carrot garnish. I'll lift it up to the camera so you can see it better, okay? Look at that, isn't that so pretty? It's more like a Japanese garnish, okay? And look, it's nice and firm. Nice and firm. You could easily do that. Let's talk tomato petals. This is one of my favorites, okay? We get a tomato, okay? I use these for main course plates a lot of times, right? So what I'll do is I'll take my aroma tomato and I'll cut it like that. Depending on how big the Roma tomato is, I might cut it into 4 or I might cut it into 6. With this one, I'm going to cut it into 6. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, see the knife's 45-degree angle. I'm going to go at it, cut a wee bit off, and I'm going to cut a little bit off as well. So I'm just going to use one of them, right? So what we do is we've got this nice shape, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take the seeds and a very, very little piece of the flesh out, right? Not much. See that? Best gelatin in the world. Don't throw it out. And then what we're going to do is between the flesh and the skin, we're going to do it closer to the skin and the flesh, right? We're going to go along like that, nice and easy. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to open up. Look at that. You see that? So this is what I call a tomato petal garnish. And as you can see, I could, sometimes if I have a main course dish, I'll maybe throw one of these on it just to break up the colours, you know, if there's no red. It's okay. So as you can see, tomato petal. You seen how easy that was? Yeah. Let's talk garnishes, okay? Garnishes is something I would most likely put on a buffet, right? Sometimes I might put certain ones like tomato petals on a main course dish just for garnish. So we're going to put this ice cold water here. And I'm going to show you the before and after. See this here, you've got the green onion. Take the smallest wee piece off the end, right? Okay. And then what you're going to do is round about here, you want to cut it round about there. Okay. And then what you do is you get your knife, alright, which is take it in there, flick it up. Alright. And then what we're doing is we just keep cutting lines up there, right? Watch this. And then what we do is we put it in the ice water, right? And then what happens is it ends up opening like a flower, right? I'll show you again, right? So we take this end piece off, right? Cut it around about there. See where it's sprouting out from there? And as I said, you can do it on the chopping board if you wish, or you can do it as I was doing it. Let's just do it on the chopping board this time, right? Okay. And what we're doing is we're just trying to cut as many lines up this way as we possibly can. Okay. See, oops. Here we go. This is what we would usually do for buffets and stuff like that, just as a garnish, we call it, right? So as you can see, it's starting to open up slightly, so we'll just plop it in the ice water and we'll come back and the ice water makes it open like a blossomed flower. Coming back to this, as I showed you earlier, look at the garnishes. So ice water and it comes out. Look at that. How pretty is that? Is that nice? We use that as a garnish for like some salad bowls and buffets and stuff like that. Okay, that one looks the nicest. See that one there? This one's one of my favorites, right? I'm going to go the long way so I can actually show you what's going on, right? So we cut a wee piece of the cucumber off, an older one. We cut a nice piece off like that, and we do this, right? I'm going to cut down there, as you can see it? Cutting down there. I'm doing it nice and slow so you can see it, okay? And then what I want to do is I want to cut these end pieces off, right? Because I want like a flat kind of side to it, right? Let's cut just a little bit more off, right? Okay. Put that there. We can always use cuttings for salads, right? So to make this, what we've got to do is we've got to do an odd number, okay? So I don't have my strongest glasses on today, so what I'm going to do is we're going to leave about 1/2 centimeter without a cut on it up here to hold things together, right? So do that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then here's the 7th cut, right? Watching. So what I'm going to do is this one here, I'm just going to cut just a little bit off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I've done. So we've got like, because I've done 7 cuts, we've got 7 pieces. So what we're going to do is we take the outside piece, okay, we pull this out, and then with this finger here, we tuck it in there, see it? We tuck it in there, see it? And then what we're going to do is we make this one a separation one, that one there, alright? And then we get the next one, alright? We get the next one and we put that in like that, see it? And then what we're going to do is we're going to work from the other side too, okay? So tuck that in there. Okay, is that there? And what you can do is with this one, you tuck that in there, see it? Oops, that one's saying I don't want to go in there. So as you can see, a lovely little design. And basically when that's in there, what we could do is we can pick it up and we can put it on buffet things as a garnish. Yeah, right there. That's one of my favorite garnish designs for putting on salads and buffets and stuff like that. So simple, a garnish I learned when I was a kid. Another little garnish technique I'm going to show you. We've got the rest of this cucumber that we actually seen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, from around here, I'm going to maybe just cut about 1.5 inches off, right? And then with this knife, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut very thin. I'll turn around that way so you can see it better, right? We're cutting very thin slices, okay? Keep watching. Okay? Watch what's going to happen here. It's going to be fan-dabba-dozy, right? And then what we're going to do is we are going to take this and we are going to do something like this, right? Watching. You can take some of that off and just make it that, right? So now you see a nice little pretty garnish. Okay, you can do it like that or what you can do is you can make it slightly different, more pointy. Alright, you do this, right? Let's do it. You can do it slightly more pointy, watch this, by trimming some of that base off. Okay, now watch this, right? So with this here, watch this. So there you go. And to make it stand out, you just work it, and there you go. A nice little pretty design. And I'll lift it up in case the angle doesn't make it easy to see. Okay.